Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be doing a little get ready with me for just going to work today. It's not a super interesting one, but I did get sent a few products from Yesstyle that I wanted to show you guys. So there are a few skincare products to show and then a couple of pony effect products. So I've got a really cute little cushion which is super fun, as well as this lip tint. It's like an enamel lip tint from Pony Effect, so go quite nicely together. So if you'd like to see how I achieve this look, then please just keep watching. Okay, so I've just washed my skin and I'm waiting to do a little bit of skincare. The first item I'm going to show you guys is by Wishtrend. It is a Quad Active Boosting Essence. So this one I believe is supposed to go on the skin first because it is designed to help the rest of the skincare absorb or work better. This one has got Saccharomyces in it, which I'm super surprised has not made my skin break out or anything like that, because my skin is really sensitive to fermented ingredients, so galactomyces, Saccharomyces, those sort of things. But I wonder if it's maybe like a really small percentage or something like that, because I seem to be able to use it with no problems. In general, this essence gives like a little bit of hydration, like a teeny tiny bit. It's got the texture of a toner, so it works well as the first step. But I don't really see very many benefits from using it. Like, it's a fun extra step, but I could probably do without it, to be honest. Like, it doesn't really do a huge amount. Then the second thing I haven't tried, well, I've half tried it and I don't know if it's really going to work because there were no instructions that I could read on it, because of course it is in Korean. It is a WELLAGE Real Hyaluronic Bio Capsule and Blue Solution. So it comes with, in the box, kind of looks like this. This is a different one. This is a collagen one. It comes with this little like tear tab, which has got like a little circle of like, it looks like styrofoam. Like, it's super lightweight, squishy, doesn't feel like anything. And then it also comes with some liquid. I opened the liquid first and used it, most of it. And then I opened the second, like expecting it to be like a cream. And I was like, what is that? So I'm supposed to put this into the palm, and then I'm supposed to use the liquid, which I've used the majority of, on top of it, and then like mix it together to make like a little like serum-y sort of thing. So I thought I'd give it a go anyway. It's kind of like, you cannot see anything because this is like super liquidy. It's dissolving, it's blue, it's turning into a thicker gel-like consistency now, so it's not still runny, but it's not as runny. Yeah, I guess I'm going to attempt to apply this to my face. So of course, being hyaluronic acid, this one I believe, yes, this should be super moisturizing. I think that probably the texture is a bit off because there wasn't enough of the liquid to go with the little I don't know what the little capsule is, but it's something. No. So I'm just going to kind of wait for this to absorb into the skin. It's quite sticky. Most hyaluronic products are a bit sticky, but I think that this one is probably excessively sticky because of my terrible application. Should I have looked at the instructions in English online first? Yes. Did I just excitedly pull it out of the package and stick it on my face without reading the ingredients? Yes. Could that have gone terribly wrong for me? Yes. There is another one for me to use, which is the Real Collagen and Gold Solution. So I'm excited to use this properly a little bit later, but let me know if you'd like an update on what these kind of feel like. So the skin still feels a bit sticky, but it does look quite plump and moisturized, especially since like I haven't really put anything else on it. Like, I didn't put any toners on before I used the Wishtrend Boosting Essence. So today the cream I'm going to be using is from 11 Village Factory, not one that I've heard of before. It is the Dermaclear B5 Cica cream. So it looks like this. I have been using this like literally every day. I'm already a quarter of the way through it. I really like it, and it's really cheap. I find that this one is just like a really nice formula. I can use it day and night, although it's not quite moisturizing enough at night unless I have a lot of other layers underneath. It's got like a pale kind of green color. It's a thin gel-like consistency, and it feels like soft and velvety on the skin, which I particularly really like. I don't find that it changes the way that any of my foundations adhere or last throughout the day. So it's just like the perfect like neutral soothing cream for the daytime. Does it beat my Claire's Soft Purple Separation Cream? No, because that one I think is a bit better at nighttime. The Claire's is a lot more moisturizing, but this is like super good and neutral for the daytime, so I absolutely love it. I've got eyelashes sticking to my face everywhere. It's helping a bit with the stickiness as well because it does have that velvety kind of feel on top. Doesn't take long to absorb. And yeah, this one is like 15 New Zealand dollars, which means it's probably like 10 US dollars. So it's definitely one that I would recommend. I am going through it fairly quickly because I do use like a good like chunky pea-sized amount. But yeah, it's probably something that I would repurchase if I needed another daytime cream. I just have so many products at the moment. I don't want to purchase more unless I have finished up the other ones. Hope that makes sense. So then we have a cushion to try, which is very exciting. This is from Pony Effect. This is the Coverstay Cushion Foundation EX, and I have the shade number 1, which is Rosy Ivory. I think that normally I wouldn't choose Rosy Ivory, I'd choose like a warm ivory or something like that, but I don't know about the shade ranges. I didn't get to choose, I just got sent them. So I'm using the cushion puff provided, which picks up a ton of product because the Pony cushions are always like really firm, but always like super saturated with product, which is quite nice. The color is slightly off, but it's honestly not too bad. It's like a little bit dark, a little bit warm and orange, but not terrible. This is really scented, and I can't figure out what it smells like. It's really sweet, like a fruity scent. Oh, that's gonna bother me so much. I just remembered that was like one of the notes that I wrote down for it the first time. I was like, it smells really nice, but really strong. The lighting in the morning is still pretty terrible. It's the middle of winter in New Zealand. Like literally yesterday was, not yesterday, the day before was winter solstice, so the longest day, oh sorry, the shortest day of the year. So the weather should be getting brighter and lighter in the evenings gradually, but it's so gradual, like you don't even notice it. So the morning sunlight is really atrocious, which is why the camera is like slightly off center, because the sunlight comes in from that angle. So if I want to stay out of the sunlight, I need to be on this side. So this is how the cushion looks like on one half of my face versus not on that half. So it has a really nice finish. I like how it looks. It's like a weird mix of being matte and dewy at the same time. So like I can see the dewiness when I tilt my head, but when I look straight, it looks quite like a soft, like satiny matte. I'm gonna go satiny matte. The coverage is really nice. It's not too full, which I prefer. I can see it being a little bit chunkier on my nose, which is a bit annoying. I do find that like the puff picks up a lot of product, and if I have too much product on, I won't be able to blend it properly, which is why I've done like a really terrible job around my eyes. I'm going to like do part of this face, this half of my face, and then come back and reblend a bit afterwards. So yeah, there is that. It does pick up a lot of product and it is slightly hard to blend. You can see like a little line from where my like ear is. My ear is a bit of a different color. Oh, it's fine. But you can't see a lot of redness or a lot of scarring or anything like that, so the coverage is quite nice. I just don't particularly like the color. So I'm going to do the other half of my face, and like I said, I'm going to start with whatever is left on the puff because there's still quite a lot of product from that first pickup of product, and I'm going to do the like harder to blend areas first. So around the corner of my eye is really terrible to blend for me always because it's super dry. And then also like around the little part of my nose there, I just kind of like press the product in. Nice. And then I feel like, yeah, there's not much left on the cushion. So then I'm going to go back in and blend this part up properly and hope that it hasn't dried up too much, because the cushion starts to set. It's going to be very hard to blend. So by blend, I mean I'm kind of like patting and pushing the product into the skin a bit more so that it's not sitting on top of the skin so much. Cool, and then I'll pick up a bit more and do the rest of my face. So on this side of my cheek here, there's a birthmark that will not be covered up by any kind of foundation or anything, so I'm probably not even going to try because, trust me, if it's not covered up by like 5 layers of heavy duty concealer that's meant to cover up birthmarks, it's not going to be covered up by a cushion. It's no like negative impact for the cushion, it's just not going to happen. I have like successfully covered it once or twice with multiple layers of a really thick concealer, but it looks like a really thick concealer. Like the texture of the skin is so different, so even if you can't see the color, it still looks like there's something there, and so people still look, and they probably look harder because they're like, what is wrong with the side of her face? Nothing, ma'am, it's just covered in concealer because otherwise there's a birthmark there. I think it smells like apricots. I feel like it smells like the Essie nail oil, which is apricot scented. That was like a sudden realization just there. So I think that the skin looks really beautiful. I love the way that it looks. I'm not a fan of the color so much, but it definitely looks really nice on the forehead. It doesn't emphasize the wrinkles or the texture because it does have that interesting like satiny matte appearance. So you won't be able to see the satiny stuff unless you sort of, the light hits it or you turn the head. It is chunking up a little bit around this eye. I wasn't quite quick enough to blend it. That's fine. Birthmark, not many scars. Really nice around the finer lines on my eyes, which I do have. You can't really see it. And nice coverage of like little tiny pimples. This one didn't cover super well. That's like a really deep scar though, so it's fine. So now I'm going to powder the skin using my Mercier translucent loose setting powder. Nothing new here, just the same old product. But you know, like, even though it's not very interesting, at least you really know that I like it a lot. I've been using it since I picked one up in 2018, end of 2018. So I've used this powder all the way through 2019, and then we're midway through 2020 now. So it's been a solid favorite for a few years. Not as long as some of my other favorites, like the Claire's powder, the Claire's cream, but pretty good. Before that, I think the powder that I used was the MAC translucent loose setting powder, but that one was just a bit like drying basically, so that's why I stopped using that and started using the Mercier. I also really liked the Skin Food Peach Sake Silky Pore Powder. I have a sneaking suspicion that they might have discontinued it or changed the formula. Something happened to that one and I stopped using it also. So I literally just went to the bathroom and looked in the mirror and my face is so freaking orange. It's terrible. So I'm hoping that it doesn't look terrible here at all. I'm hoping that with a bit of extra makeup on, it looks a lot better. It's a bit of a rushed day for me today because I do need to start teaching pretty soon and I need to prepare for that. So it's not going to be a very extravagant look, sorry, but it's more realistic that way, right? So the next product I'm using is my brow product, which is the Innisfree Two-Tone Brow Kit, which I have been using and digging a small hole into. So I'm just going to use my Zoeva brow brush and I'm just going to fill in the brows. It's nothing revolutionary. I'm literally just coloring in the like coloring in my brows because I already have a lot of brow hair and they're okayly maintained at the moment, so it doesn't take like much time at all to do the brows because it's literally just coloring in within the lines. As long as you can stay within the lines, you're fine. And I'm super blessed to have lots of eyebrows and not have them disappear when I had smaller eyebrows when I was younger. For eyeshadow, because I do have a bit of time to do it, if I'm being quick, I'm going to use the Etude House Rose Wine palette, and I'm going to do what is like the simplest thing I can do with this right now. I think I might do pinks. I feel like I have done the pinks. I can't remember what I've done with these now. I'm going to use this light pink here as a transition color, and then I'm just going to use this on top of the lid. It's going to be super simple and super like boring. So I'm going to use my Zoeva brush to do this. So this is something that like a more like everyday sort of thing that I would do. So I'd only use a light color for the crease and then a glittery color over the lid, and that would be like done and dusted. It's so much faster to do it this way for me personally, because I'm not being inventive. I know how to do it. I use my fingers to help blend stuff because sometimes I go a bit overboard. Always bring it onto the lower lash line so that it looks cohesive. Oh, actually, I can use this. This mirror is massive in here. And normally, like if I was doing my own makeup, I would do both eyes at the same time so that I don't have to clean the brushes more so in the middle. This is a really pretty pink. I'm fairly certain I've used this pink before, but I feel like I haven't used maybe the shimmer yet in any kind of look. The foundation is creasing a bit underneath the eye. You can't see anything if I do that. Alright, that'll do. Then I'm going to use a flat shader brush, and I'm going to use that sparkly pink beside it, right there. Which looks a bit darker on camera than it does in real life. I think that this one is like it's like a little rosy gold. So it's got a bit of pigment to it as well. So I'm just using a sheer wash of that colour, centering it more on the middle of the eyelid there, and then kind of just brushing it up and around. And I know I should have moved you guys further in now that I'm looking at the camera. It's so far away and you can't see anything. But that's okay, I'll show you like a close-up and I'll tell you what the shade names are as well. This is super pretty. So this reminds me a lot of the Lily by Red colours that I really like in that pink palette. It's just like a really pretty like light pink frosty gold. Is it even gold? Yes, it is gold. And I'm going to put a bit of that on the lower lash line also, and in the inner corner too. I don't always put pink around the eye area, like the inner eye area, because it does have a tendency to make me look a bit sleepy. Yep, that's it for today. Then I'm going to do my eyeliner using my double Dolly Wink liners. So like, they're like half used, both of them, somehow. And yeah, I have another one that I have like hidden away from myself that I'm not going to open until both of these ones are like properly finished. Because I don't know, every time I go to throw them out, they just have like a second lease on life. It's so annoying. Then I usually swap to do the flicks because by then I've run out of kind of ink in them. Oh, it's a thick eyeliner day today apparently. And terrible wings. Then I'm using my Heimish mascara. This is the Dailism mascara, which I still haven't figured out how to pronounce. And my Uemura eyelash curler, which also actually came from Yesstyle, that I bought myself. And then realized that I couldn't find any of the like replacement rubber pads. So ended up just buying Shiseido replacement rubber pads and sticking them in. And you know what? It's not the right size, but it works. I'm so useless at talking while doing any eye kind of things. Eyes all done. Once I've done my, oh shoot, I still have to do my hair. I didn't leave time for that before my students are starting. Whoops. So really quickly, I'm going to do my blusher. This is the Etude House Heart Cookie Blusher. And now I'm in like a full-on rush. So this one is really nice for when I am in a huge rush, which is most mornings, because you can just pile it on and it does not look over the top. It just looks super natural, goes like everywhere. This is like a really broad, like covering my whole face application, but looks really cute, and you don't really have to pay attention. So like, I would never like over apply this or anything like that. Maybe I'll have to come back and give you guys like the introduction and the final look like after I teach this afternoon. I think that's probably gonna have to be the case. Time management. Who needs that? Definitely me. People are coming to my house. And last but not least, I have a beautiful new lipstick that's not going to suit this look whatsoever because it's like a brownish red and I didn't plan ahead. Again, this is the Pony Effect something something something. Where are the boxes? I know I kept them because they have the names on them. The Pony Effect Enamel Lip Cover, and I have the shade number 6 Paradox, which I have used and don't really like. It's not bad. It's just like so not my colour. Not one I would have chosen for myself anyway. So there are a few things that I like about this lipstick. It's got a really fun applicator. I'll show you guys like a full-on thing of that later. It's like really curved and it applies really, really nicely. I like the formula. It feels very soft on the lips. It doesn't make my lips look like dry, wrinkly prunes. If anything, it makes it actually look delightfully smooth because it's like an enamel fluid, right? So it's a bit shiny. Doesn't feel sticky. It's like a little bit moisturizing. Overall, lovely formula, beautiful packaging. Don't really like the color. I think if I was wearing like I was before, more oranges, more autumnal colors, I probably would like it a bit more. But today, because it's all pinks, because didn't plan ahead, and I'm wearing colors that go with pink. Not a favorite. So I'm starting teaching in 10 minutes. I'm gonna go do my hair, and I'm just gonna have to come back at lunchtime to show you guys how this looks, which won't be quite as nice, but that's okay. So here's how the finished look is looking. It definitely is the afternoon after teaching and having lunch. I did have to redo the lipstick because I have been drinking my morning coffee before, but it does feel really nice. I do really like the look of the lipstick, maybe not so much the colour, but definitely the look. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this little get ready with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!